A Shreveport police officer gunned down.
When a servant who has taken an oath and committed their life to protecting others is violently taken from us, we all collectively feel the pain of that loss.
As the search for her killer continues, those who knew Officer Payne mourn and remember.
Fun, outgoing, loving person, because that's who she was.
Good evening and thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Dan Jovic.
And I'm Jackie Jovic. It's a day of tragedy and steadfast investigating for the Shreveport Police Department after they lose one of their own. Officer Chatéri Payne was killed last night on Midway Avenue.
Today, the police chief addressed the public, sharing specifics about what happened. NBC6's Alexander Meacham brings us the latest. Alex.
Yeah, that's right. And this is just an absolutely tragic day for the Shreveport Police Department here. What we know is that the police chief says nobody has been arrested for this crime yet, so the suspect is still at large.
10, Cardi 2, have a female patient with a gunshot wound to the head.
All units responding.
Shreveport police say a 911 call came in at 8:20 Wednesday night from the 1600 block of Midway Avenue.
Within minutes, officers arrived on scene and located uniformed officer Chatéri Payne, who was gravely injured from at least one gunshot wound and was fighting for her life.
Chief Raymond says Officer Chatéri Payne was off duty, but in her police uniform, in her car about to leave for her patrol shift, when she was shot in the head outside a home. She was taken to Ochsner Health, where she died from her injuries.
Every life is precious, and the taking of any human life is unacceptable. But when a servant who has taken an oath and committed their life to protecting others is violently taken from us, we all collectively feel the pain of that loss.
Chief Raymond says they're still in the early stages of the investigation and are not ruling anything out.
Suspect ran south from this location. All units look for south of this location. Y'all set up a good perimeter, a large perimeter, all working from there.
They do not believe Officer Payne was able to discharge her firearm. Officers also found a young child inside the home and do not yet know what the child witnessed. Multiple investigative teams worked overnight and throughout the day. Other law enforcement agencies have offered their support.
This morning, as I address you, we have many more questions than answers, but the dedicated men and women who investigate these kinds of violent crimes for the Shreveport Police Department are the finest anywhere. We will follow every lead wherever they may take us, and we will work to identify and apprehend the coward or cowards responsible for the brutal murder of Officer Payne.
Mayor Adrian Perkins went to the scene overnight and addressed the community during the news conference at police headquarters.
It's going to take a community effort to look into some of the roots of our problems and not just changing some policing policies. I said I hope everyone can pray and put their family members, Officer Payne's family, in their thoughts, and we have to move forward. We have to improve as a community. This is not going to be a policing problem or a mayor's office problem. This is a Shreveport problem, and we can get better together.
Chief Raymond says investigators will be working around the clock until they find justice for their fellow officer. Now again, the suspect is still at large and nobody has been arrested at this point. Shreveport police encourage anyone with information to contact Crime Stoppers, or you can log on to lockemup.org. Back to you.